Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to all my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are good. Students, in the previous video, we saw exercise 2.1. Today, we are going to solve exercise 2.2. So, let us solve it. Students, before solving exercise 2.2, let's see the different cases of multiplication of fractions. Students, these cases of multiplication of fractions are: number 1, multiplication of a whole number by a fraction. Case number 2, multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. And case number 3, multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. Students, you have to remember all the cases in order to multiply the fractions. So, let's see all the cases one by one. Case number 1, multiplication of a whole number by a fraction. Students, you have to remember that in order to multiply a whole number by a fraction, you have to multiply a whole number with the numerator and you have to keep the denominator same. Now, let's see case number 2, multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. Students, in order to multiply a fraction by a whole number, you have to multiply the numerator with the whole number and you have to keep the denominator as it is. Students, note that in order to multiply the mixed fraction by a whole number or a whole number by a mixed fraction, first of all, you have to convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction. Then you have to multiply. Now, let's see case number 3, multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. Students, you have to keep in mind that in order to multiply a fraction by a fraction, you have to multiply the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator of the fraction. That is, you have to multiply the numerator of the first fraction by the numerator of the second fraction and the denominator of the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction. In short, you have to remember a rule that product of fractions equal to product of their numerators upon product of their denominators. So now let us solve exercise 2.2, keeping in mind all the cases and rules of multiplication of fractions. Question number 3. Multiply and reduce to lowest form and convert into a mixed fraction. Students, in this question, we have to multiply the given fractions. Also, we have to reduce the fraction into the lowest form if possible, or else we have to convert the result we obtain into a mixed fraction if we get the result in improper fraction. So, let us solve question number 3. Sum number 1, 7 into 3 upon 5. Let us multiply a whole number 7 by the numerator 3 and keep the denominator 5 same, as we know that in order to multiply a whole number by a fraction, we have to multiply a whole number by the numerator and we have to keep the denominator same. Thus, multiplying whole number 7 by numerator 3 and keeping denominator 5 same, we get 21 upon 5. Now, converting improper fraction 21 upon 5 into a mixed fraction, we get 4 integer 1 upon 5. Thus, 7 multiplied by 3 upon 5 is equal to 4 integer 1 upon 5. Now, let us solve sum number 5. 2 upon 3 into 4. Let us multiply the numerator 2 with the whole number 4 and keep the denominator 3 as it is. As we know that in order to multiply a fraction by a whole number, we have to multiply the numerator with the whole number and we have to keep the denominator as it is. Thus, multiplying numerator 2 with whole number 4 and keeping denominator 3 as it is, we get 8 upon 3. Now, converting 8 upon 3 into a mixed fraction, we get 2 integer 2 upon 3. Thus, 2 upon 3 into 4 equals to 2 integer 2 upon 3. Now, let us solve sum number 6. 5 upon 2 into 6. Multiplying numerator 5 with whole number 6 and keeping denominator 2 as it is, we get 30 upon 2. Now, dividing numerator 30 by denominator 2, we get 15. Thus, 5 upon 2 into 6 is 15. Students, note that it is not necessary first to multiply the fractions and then simplify. We may simplify first, then multiply. So, let's solve sum number 7 by both the ways. Sum number 7, 20 into 4 upon 5. Multiplying 20 by 4 and keeping 5 as it is. We get 80 upon 5. Now dividing 80 by 5, we get 16. Now let's solve 20 into 4 upon 5 by second way. Cancelling the numbers 5 and 20. As 5 is a factor of both 5 and 20, we get 4. As 5 fours are 20. So, cancelling a given number 20 and writing 4. Now, multiplying 4 by 4, we get 16. Thus, 20 into 4 upon 5 is 16. Now, question number 5. Find. Students, in this question, we have to multiply the fraction by the given whole numbers. As fractions act as an operator. Students, in simple words, you have to remember that in fractions of represents multiplication. So, let's multiply the given fraction by the given whole numbers and solve question number 5. Sum A. Sub question 1. Half of 24 equals to half into 24. As we know that in fraction of represents multiplication. Now multiplying numerator 1 by a whole number 24 and keeping denominator 2 same, we get 24 upon 2. Now dividing 24 by 2, we get 12. Thus, half of 24 is 12. Now, sub question B. Students, we know that first we can simplify, then we can multiply. So, let us first simplify, then multiply and solve sub question B. 1/2 of 46 is equal to 1 upon 2 into 46. Now, cancelling the numbers 2 and and 46. As 2 is the common factor of both 2 and 46, we get 23. As we know that 2 23 hours 46. So cancelling 46 and writing 23. Thus 1/2 of 46 is 23. Students, solve remaining sum by yourself. Now, question number 6. Multiply and convert into a mixed fraction. Students, in this question, we have to multiply a mixed fraction by a whole number or the whole number by a mixed fraction. And we know that in order to multiply a mixed fraction by a whole number, first of all, we have to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. Then we have to multiply. Students, also we have to convert the result we obtain into a mixed fraction if we get the result in improper fraction. So, let us solve question number 6. Sum A 3 into 5 integer 1 upon 5. First, converting 5 integer 1 upon 5 into improper fraction. As we know that we have to first convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. We get 3 into 26 upon 5. Students, now we have to multiply a whole number by the numerator and we have to keep the denominator same. So, let's multiply. Thus, multiplying whole number 3 by numerator 26 and keeping the denominator 5 same, we get 3 into 26 upon 5. Students, now we have to multiply the numerator with numerator and we have to keep the denominator same. So, let's multiply. Thus, multiplying numerator 3 with numerator 26 and keeping denominator 5 as it is, we get 78 upon 5. Now, converting 78 upon 5 into a mixed fraction, we get 15 integer 3 upon 5. Thus, 3 into 5 integer 1 upon 5 is equal to 15 integer 3 upon 5. Now, sum E 3 integer 1 upon 4 into 6. First, converting 3 integer 1 upon 4 into improper fraction, we get 13 upon 4 into 6. Now multiplying numerator 13 with whole number 6 and keeping denominator 4 same, we get 13 into 6 upon 4. Now multiplying numerator 13 with numerator 6 and keeping denominator 4 same, we get 78 upon 4. Now converting 78 upon 4 into a mixed fraction, we get 19 integer 2 upon 4. Thus 3 integer 1 upon 4 into 6 is 19 integer 2 upon 4. Students, solve remaining sums by yourself and question number 7 by yourself. Now question number 8. Vidya and Pratap went for a picnic. Their mother gave them a water bottle that contained 5 liters of water. Vidya consumed 2/5 of the water. Pratap consumed the remaining water. Number 1. How much water did Vidya drink? Number 2. What fraction of the total quantity of water did Pratap drink? Students, in this question, it is given to us that the water bottle contains 5 liters of water. Also, it is given to us that 2/5 of water is consumed by Vidya and remaining water is consumed by Pratap. And we have to find how much water did Vidya drink and also the fraction of the total quantity of water Pratap drink. Students, so in order to find how much water Vidya drink, we have to multiply 2/5 by 5. As we know that in fraction, the word of represent multiplication. Students, note that the water bottle contains 5 liters of water. So, we have to multiply 2/5 by 5 in order to find out the amount of water consumed by Vidya. Students, also we have to find out the fraction of water consumed by Pratap. Students, so in order to find out the amount of water drink by Pratap, we have to subtract the amount of water drink by Vidya from 1. So, let us solve question number 8. Volume of water contained in the bottle equals to 5 liters. Therefore, water consumed by Vidya equals to how much? Thus, water consumed by Vidya equals to 2/5 of water, which is equal to 2/5 multiplied by 5. Cancelling common factors 5, we get 2. Does water consumed by Vidya is 2 liters. Now let us find out water consumed by Pratap by subtracting the water consumed by Vidya from 1. Thus, water consumed by Pratap equals to 1 minus 2 upon 5. Now, converting whole number 1 into fraction, we get 1 upon 1 minus 2 upon 5. Now, finding out the LCM of the denominators 1 and 5, as the fractions are alike, we get 5. Now, finding out the equivalent fraction of 1 upon 1 with denominator 5, as LCM is 5, we get 1 upon 1 equals to 1 into 5 upon 1 into 5. Now, multiplying numerator 1 with numerator 5 and denominator 1 with denominator 5, we get 5 upon 5. Now, subtracting the like fractions, we get 5 upon 5 minus 2 upon 5. Now, subtracting numerator 2 from numerator 5 and keeping the common denominator 5 as it is, we get 3 upon 5. Thus, water consumed by Pratap is 3/5 liters. Students, solve question number 3, 5 and 6 remaining sums and question number 7 by yourself. Students, we will solve question number 1, 2 and 4 afterward. Thank you and have a blessed day.